I would it was a rough weekend for me. I would like to revoke everything I've said about Penn State up to this point. They let me down. They let me down in Gopherville.
Wait, hold on. I have to stop you for a second. Do you hear something?
No.
Do you hear something?
Where did you get that?
I bought it.
You bought a Minnesota hat.
Rah 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 for CU Ma.
You bought a Minnesota hat for the sole purpose.
I called you, and I left that voicemail. Then I went on to Amazon, and I bought this hat. Remember when I told you like 10 minutes ago I wanted to be the bigger man? That was a lie.
Yeah, by the way,
that was a lie.
We prefaced this podcast with Matt. I was like, Matt, you could rub it in if you want. You deserve it. Penn State played like absolute you know what. And he was like, no. I'm going to be the bigger man. I'm not going to rub it in your face. So I was like, okay. And then this happens. Jesus Christ.
That was the Minnesota fight song, if you couldn't guess.
I got that. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
So I think I'm going to wear this hat until they lose. So I'll wear this until next week.
Until the national championship.
Okay, I was going to say I wouldn't be surprised if they lost to Iowa. But
after that, oh my God!
I don't even know where you go after that.
I know. You've been waiting for that moment for so long.
Unfortunately, we're not home. We're still at school right now because I have a maroon dress shirt and a gold tie, and it would have worked. Oh my gosh, would have been great. I think this works though. I think this works.
Okay. I'm gonna give you this.
Best $20 I spent.
You spent $20 on that?
I was gonna buy a sweatshirt too, but I didn't want to drop 70.
Oh my God. Jesus Christ. All right. Listen, I've had my many moments of rubbing things in with you. I've never gone this far. I've never gone this far.
I told you to fear the gopher. And what did you do? You laughed.
It was a little scared. I was a little scared. Apparently, Penn State was just looking past them and just like focusing on Ohio State.
You were looking past them.
We did. We got outcoached. Listen, they can go fleck themselves. That's all I'm going to say. They can go fleck themselves. Okay. You got that out of your system? You're good now? You're okay?
It'd be great, especially when you go to the Outback Bowl. That's good. Oh my gosh, when you go to the Outback Bowl.
Matt,
that's good. Oh my gosh.
At least we have a bowl. At least we have.
Hey now. I gave up on that 3 weeks ago.
Oh my God, you are the second team in 3 years to blow a 28-3 lead.
Was that 3 years ago?
Yeah.
Feels like longer.
Yeah, 16, 3 years ago. Yes.
Wow. Well, 4 seasons ago.
4 seasons ago.
There we go.
But they did it to the Patriots.
Mm-hmm.
You did it to the Fighting Illini.
Illini, you idiot.
Illini. Whatever. They're not relevant enough to get their name correctly.
Obviously, neither the Nittany Lions because they just lost to Minnesota.
Yeah, we're 8-1. Okay, that's better than 4-5. Last time I checked.
Hey, come back to me when we're 4-8. Okay.
Okay. Oh, okay. Okay, gotcha. This year's Nebraska.
How are we one of the 2 teams that's beaten Indiana?
I don't know, but that's what's giving me comfort this week.
Oh, you guys play Indiana?
We play Indiana this week. I'm not even going to go to the game.
Oh my gosh. I have an Indiana hat. Oh no, did I bring it home? I brought it home. I'll ask my mom to ship it. It'll be good.
You're looking to buy a Kentucky jersey. Kentucky hat.
You mean an Evansville hat?
In Evansville. Yeah, Evansville. Evansville is apparently like in, I forget where it was.
I don't know, but they got 90,000 to play.
It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. And then win.
Now, we all know if they were to play again today, who would win?
Oh, yeah. Kentucky would win. Kentucky would win. I mean, these things happen. Look at UMBC, Virginia.
Well, this is exactly what I think might happen to Minnesota. Kentucky was like, hey, we just beat the best team in the country. Who's stopping us? Evansville. Hey, we just beat an okay team in Pennsylvania. Who's stopping us? An okay team in Iowa.
I'm going to get this all podcast, aren't I?
Oh, all right. You're going to get it until either Minnesota loses or you win the national championship.
Okay.
So expect it to never end. Except for the Minnesota part. That will eventually end. But
all
not
right,
the national championship part.
Let's recap on this week in college football. I'm pretty sure we got the Penn State-Minnesota game out of the way.
I don't think we did. I mean, what beautiful coaching by Fleck. It was fantastic.
Listen. I'm gonna let me go. Let me say my piece. All right.
Say your piece.
We absolutely got outcoached. I give it up to PJ Fleck. All right.
It's not hard to outcoach a bad coach.
Great coach. Exactly. Very true. Sean Clifford was not in the game in the first half. I don't know where he was, but he was just he did not have his head in that game in the first half. He played better in the second half and then threw a game-losing interception. Of course,
it was a game winner for me.
Yeah, of course. I was almost ready to punch the wall. My girlfriend had to talk me off the ledge, and she was like, "Are you going to pay $600?" And I was like, "No." So I did not punch the wall, but I was screaming. I was not happy. It was a very sad weekend in Happy Valley.
Ooh, a 53 QBR. Ugh.
Not good. Not good.
No.
Sean Clifford, you know what? But I think this is good for Sean Clifford. He got humbled, okay? He was riding high. No team had really checked him. He had only 3 interceptions all year, and then he threw 3 interceptions in this game. So I think he's coming back down to earth. He realizes he's not even close to the best quarterback in the country.
I don't know why he would have thought he was.
Getting a little cocky there, Sean Clifford.
For someone who hypes this man up as much as you did, you are one of the last people who should be saying.
I'm calling him out. I'm calling him out. He had a you-know-what-y game. He had a poopy game.
He had a Russell Wilson-esque game.
Russell Wilson's the
Collegiate Russell Wilson. Collegiate Russell Wilson
was still very good. I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, so Sean Clifford obviously
bunch of Rose Bowl. I don't know if you know that.
So you're saying that me comparing him to Russell Wilson isn't insulting. Therefore, you're saying that Sean Clifford is worse than Russell Wilson and is bad quarterback.
Russell Wilson Sean Clifford is way worse than Russell Wilson. Like, it's not even a comparison.
I don't know.
No.
Well, for one, Russell Wilson should not have won that Big Ten championship against Michigan State. Because he shouldn't have.
Oh, here we go.
Because, there's we got a stupid roughing the punter call when the offensive lineman took our guy and threw him into the punter. And Keyshawn Martin returned that punt to the 5. And I got called back.
Okay, if we're going to go into this with the punter, you guys have had more than your share of luck with punters.
I don't know what you're talking about.
May I bring up the Michigan State game where you guys lost
the game? He can't catch.
Okay, well then you guys had your luck, all right? It comes full circle, all right?
No, it doesn't.
The football gods were like, all right, we gave him,
listen.
We kind of screwed them in that Big Ten championship game.
You listen to me right now. That roughing the punter cost us a Rose Bowl.
Okay, great.
That win against Michigan did nothing for our season because we still didn't go to the playoff or anything.
It did everything for your fan base. You guys can hold that over Michigan for the rest of your lives.
Well, yeah, but
exactly.
I'd rather. Well, we're just better than Michigan.
You just wanted to win it just so you could say that Kirk beat Russell Wilson in the Big Ten championship game.
No, because that rivalry with us hadn't even started yet.
Yeah, but at this point to be able to say that.
I don't like that Connor Cook is the best quarterback in school history. That's what I don't like.
Sucks. He's out of the league right now.
I know, man. He's like XFL, and he's a backup in the XFL. Top 5.
New York Guardians. Guess who the quarterback of the New York Guardians of the XFL is?
Who?
Matt McGloin. Penn State alum, repping the XFL, repping New York. I like it. I love it, actually. I love it.
Oh, by the way, Trace McSorley will never see the field.
Yes, he will. So it's Trace time soon.
Yeah,
listen,
when?
I think Lamar is good. Trace McSorley is even better. Trace McSorley.
Lamar Jackson is the MVP, and you know it.
Shut up. All right. Let's digress. We're supposed to be talking about college football, and then we, of course, went on our little rant. Let's talk about.
Actually, I'm going to interrupt you for 1 second, and this is kind of important. Did you hear that there is a possibility Skip Bayless comes back to First Take next year?
Why?
Because his contract with Fox is up.
Why would he leave?
Because he and Stephen A. are brothers.
I think Fox is doing better than ESPN at this point.
Well, in terms of First Take and whatever that other show is called, Undisputed. Because of Molly Karam. It's her fault.
Yeah, she sucks.
She sucks. Bad.
The host, Jenna, on First Things First, by the way, Chris Carter got fired from Fox.
Really?
He's no longer on First Things First, yeah. She is the model host because not only does she know her stuff, she's not interruptive. She doesn't have an annoying voice, and she knows she's the mediator. That's all I gotta say.
ESPN should hire LeVar Ball to just put Molly Karam back into her place.
Exactly. I would 100% sign that petition.
Throwback to I love how when everyone was introduced to LeVar Ball, everyone hated him, but now I love LeVar Ball now.
He hasn't really been by the way, LaMelo for number one.
I don't want him on the Warriors, but it's looking like he's gonna be on the Warriors.
Oh, so many great things happening. Okay. Let's go to the second biggest game of the weekend. Actually, first big game of the weekend. Let's not fool ourselves here. In Tuscaloosa, Joe Burrow going against Tua, potential number 1 overall picks going against each other. And Joe Burrow just shined in this game. Also, Tua played very well. Alabama does not have the team to be in the playoff, in my opinion.
Well, they are a top 4 team in terms of talent. You could agree on that.
Yes, but they do not have the defense. They do not have that prototypical Alabama defense that we're used to seeing.
No, they don't.
Defense. Yeah. They rely too much on Tua this year, and he's been banged up. He played banged up this game. He played pretty well. But at this point, we're obviously going to get into this in the offseason. I don't know who would say Tua over Joe Burrow in the draft. Joe Burrow played so well. He was poised in the pocket. He was putting every ball. He is so accurate. Honestly, I'll be honest here. He reminds me of a better Kirk Cousins. Just the way he plays, he reminds me of a better Kirk Cousins. That's what I see.
In terms of collegiate career, I could get behind you on that.
Yeah, and NFL career.
Wait until he signs an $84 million guaranteed deal, which may or may not be worth it yet. We have yet to find out. I think at this point after the season, it'll be worth it.
All I'm saying is I can definitely see Burrow on a Bengals jersey over Tagovailoa.
Oh my gosh, I think they're already selling Burrow jerseys.
Yeah, honestly, at this point, I try to imagine the picks jerseys, and that's how I imagine the first overall pick.
He's a lock.
Could you imagine Tagovailoa on a Bengals jersey?
No, I see him in Miami.
Yeah, it's 2-0. Yeah, exactly. All right. But yeah, great game of the year. LSU. I think they sealed it. They're going to national championship. I can't see any team beating this team. Just defensively, offensively, LSU's got it all. They got NFL talent.
There is only one team that comes to mind, and obviously that's the Minnesota Golden Gophers.
I set you up for that one, so I'm just gonna.
Yeah.
Oh my God! All right.
Because you thought I was gonna say the Ohio State Buckeyes, didn't you?
Yes, I did.
Yeah, you did.
All right. But yes, LSU looks like one of the most talented teams we've seen in college football in a while. Pretty reminiscent.
Are they as good as Clemson though? That's what I want to know.
Last year Clemson or this?
No, this year Clemson.
Because they remind me of last year's Clemson. The quarterback that's just dominating college football, the defense, the offense. I think they're just going to plow their way to a national championship. And Joe Burrow, let's just get this out of the way. He's sealed. We don't even have to do Heisman rankings anymore.
Unfortunately, I think you're right.
Yeah, Joe Burrow has sealed that. I mean, it's done. Signed, sealed, delivered. Joe Burrow is the Heisman Trophy winner. We can all just stop making our Heisman Trophy rankings. So we're going to stop doing that.
Yeah, I mean, I thought Jalen had to be amputated, but I mean, I don't.
It just took a loss in Kansas.
Kansas State. Unless he throws a 15 touchdown game.
I said in Kansas.
Oh, my apologies. My apologies. I mean, Tanner Morgan looks like he could be good, but
Tanner Morgan, where the hell did he come from? First of all, he looks like he's 40. Second of all,
he does.
What the hell? What the hell? Like, where did
You
this
want to
guy...
talk about poised under pressure in the pocket? Let me tell you.
First of all, we weren't getting pressure in the pocket. Okay, until the second half. The second half is when our defense finally woke up. And
339 yards and 3 touchdowns off of 18 completions.
You played lights out. I don't know where in the...
Along with 4 carries for 0 yards.
Yeah, that sounds all right. I don't know where in the hell he came from, but he played lights out. That's what I kept every throw he made all game. By the way, they went to the same guy.
He is from Union, Kentucky. Now you know.
Now that makes sense.
Yeah, Union, Kentucky.
The 5 states. But every time they were throwing to the same guy on third down every single time. Every critical third down we had them in. The same guy. It was Tyler Johnson every time. Okay? Now Tyler Johnson's probably going to be a first-round pick in the NFL. But
7 receptions, 104 yards and a touchdown.
Yes.
Well, Bateman had 7 receptions for 200 yards and a touchdown.
Bateman. Never mind. It wasn't Tyler Johnson. It was Bateman. Bateman was the one they kept going to on third down. It was obvious. After like 2 times they throw on third down, I was like, James, wake up. Wake up. They're going to him every time. And every time he was 20 yards downfield wide open.
You know what? That is me every time I watch a Patriots game, and I'm like, how do you not cover the flat? It's Tom Brady. Cover the flat.
All right. If you had James Franklin in a room with me, I could not scream at him enough after this game. Like I could.
Well, if you remember, you guys are a good team, but you have to be a great team.
No. We're a great team. We're not an elite team, Matt. We're not an elite team yet.
But then you lost to Michigan State that next game.
Yeah.
So you're still a good team at this point.
Listen, our revenge tour is still going because we didn't play Minnesota last year. We played Minnesota last year. Ohio State. If we beat Ohio State, the committee is going to poop themselves, okay? Because they're not going to know what to do with themselves. Yeah. All right.
You want to know what would be awesome? You want to know what would be awesome is if you beat Ohio State and then lost to Rutgers.
It's literally not even possible.
That was actually very much possible. It could happen.
Rutgers is a kindergarten team. I don't know if they could beat a kindergarten team.
Remember when you scoffed at the idea of losing to Minnesota? Yeah, me too. Just saying.
Fair point. All right. Baylor went into triple overtime against TCU. That is your undefeated Baylor Bears right there, and that is the reason they went down in this week's college football playoff ranking, which is actually our next topic of conversation. College football playoff ranking week 2 came out. A little shocked to see Georgia in there.
Yeah, very shocked.
I thought they would keep Alabama in there.
Me too.
Minnesota not as high as I thought they would be, and Penn State not as low as I thought they would be. So
Where
really,
did you think
it's a
they
win.
were going to be?
I thought they'd be 10 or 11. I just thought it was such a bad loss that they would put them back that much. But yeah, Minnesota at 8, Penn State at 9. I didn't love the ranking this week, just mostly because of Georgia. I didn't think Georgia had any place being in the playoff. I didn't think they have a single chance of being in the playoff because LSU, they're going to lose to LSU anyway. Yeah. So I don't know why the committee went with that. I guess because I don't know. I don't know why they didn't put Bama in there. I guess Georgia beat Georgia beat Florida. But Florida is so overrated. It's not even funny.
Where are they in the rankings? I don't remember.
Florida is at, drumroll please, they are at
11 or 12.
They don't play this week, so I don't know. Oh no, they do. They're at 11. They play Mizzou this week. So so Baylor, not the real deal. Minnesota, definitely the real deal. So that's what we learned this week in college football. Very eventful week. Not a good week for me. Not a good week for Nittany Nation. And Sean Clifford, one message to you: wake the hell up. Okay? I'd also like to say that Clemson has a cupcake schedule. Clemson has a Kevin Durant schedule for the rest of the year. Because Wake Forest is no longer ranked.
Yeah.
So they're just gonna slide right into that playoff. And it's not even if they deserve it or not. They're 34.5-point favorites this week against Wake Forest. Previously ranked Wake Forest. Who did they lose to? Wake Forest lost to Virginia Tech. They lost to them turkeys, which is fitting around Thanksgiving. All right. Let's move on to the NFL. I think we covered everything in college because I have severe depression. All right. Browns got to win. Finally, it took them 6 weeks to do it, but they got one. Congratulations, Browns. You finally got your first win at home against the Buffalo Bills.
That was their first win at home this year?
That was their first win at home this year.
That's true. They only have 30 wins.
Yeah. Baker looked good. Baker led a game-winning drive. Looked really good. He finally looked like the Baker we saw last year. Kareem Hunt, I feel like, changed that offense. It was the difference in this game.
Kareem Hunt, he's going to be effective on that team.
He definitely is, and they're using him more as a receiver. They didn't run him a lot.
Which I love that we're in a PPR league.
Yes. Helped out a lot. A lot of weird upsets this weekend. Dolphins got their second win in a row, which I did not think I would be saying ever in my life. The Falcons went into NOLA.
They killed them.
They didn't just win. They didn't just win on a last-second field goal. They dominated this game.
That looked like the Falcons team I thought we were going to see, and that I hyped up from the beginning of the year.
Yeah, oh my God. I don't know what happened. The Falcons defense finally played well. Go ahead, Matt. What are you gonna say?
I was just looking back into our notes from 2 weeks ago, and you told me to write down Chase Young wins the Heisman because that's what you said was going to happen. Not that you thought was going to happen. That's what you said was going to happen. So I think you were wrong.
I also think I was wrong. Okay, moving on. Back to the Falcons. All right. Yeah, they just played really well. Matt Ryan played finally well. Julio, I mean, I don't know what happened to the Saints in this game. I think, I guess every team stumbles. They were without Devontae Freeman, which is...
Yeah.
And they still won. Alvin Kamara, 4 carries, 24 yards. 4 carries. One of the most electric running backs in football. That is ridiculous.
How many did Latavius have?
Latavius had 5 for 12.
Wow.
Yes. But Michael Thomas had 13 catches for 152 yards.
Of course he did.
But, yeah, the Atlanta Falcons defense finally played like we thought they could play all year. Because this defense has talent on it. Yes, given they lost Keanu Neal at the beginning of the year. But, they still have Deion Jones. They still have Grady Jarrett. They still have Desmond Trufant. They still have very good pieces on that defense. And they played like they should have been playing all year. And they finally got that win. Very shocking win. Obviously, Atlanta's going to go nowhere. They're 2-7. So I think they're done. Their season's done. But a little bit of a wake-up call for the New Orleans Saints, I would say.
Yeah, absolutely.
Speaking of upsets, Titans. Ryan Tannehill led the Tennessee Titans to a win.
That's my QB.
No, it is not. How is it your QB?
I picked him up last week in fantasy. Because I knew he was going to be elite.
You just knew the Chiefs had bad defense, so you just...
No, I looked at his past 4 games. I was like, wow, this guy's actually throwing dots.
Hot take. Do you think they drop Mariota and keep Tannehill at the end of the season?
Hot take. They trade Mariota.
True.
Why would you drop? There is no logical reason to ever drop anyone.
I forgot, okay? I forgot you could trade him. It was a hot take.
I forgot we could trade people.
Shut up. Stop nicking me. Yeah, but very shocking win. Patrick Mahomes played phenomenal in this game. It's not often that your quarterback throws for 400 yards and 3 touchdowns and does not win the game. It was completely on the Kansas City defense in this game.
Yeah.
They played like absolute doo-doo. Tennessee stepped up. I mean, listen, blocked field goal. Very good game for the Tennessee defense. I really can't say enough good things. Derrick Henry. The GOAT. On my fantasy team, Tyreek Hill also, this was a wonderful game for me. Both players and ESPN people got 32 points, both on my team. Thank you, Kansas City versus Tennessee. Thank you for this game. Helped me a lot. And that's all I want to say. But anyway, yes, congrats to the Titans. Mike Vrabel, very well coached team, very good head coach, very underrated head coach, in my opinion. Listen, the Titans are good. The Titans are good. It really stems from the problem at quarterback. They are a very talented football team all over the place. Look at their secondary, Kevin Byard, Adoree Jackson, Logan Ryan. You go to their linebackers, which I can't think of at the moment, but they do have good ones. All right, just ignore me. Rashaan Evans, that's who I'm thinking of. David Long, my preseason All-Star.
Mm-hmm.
He got in there. He got 8 tackles in the game. Harold Landry. I mean, like, they got talent all over this defense. And really, they got a talented offense, too. They really do. Taylor Lewan hasn't been playing all that well, but Derrick Henry's been playing really good. They got A.J. Brown, Corey Davis, who's their backup tight end, who's Jonnu Smith, has been playing pretty well. It really comes down to the quarterback, and they just haven't had that consistent quarterback play in Mariota's tenure there. And then Ryan Tannehill steps in.
And he looks like the Tannehill that was drafted.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, honestly.
Was he Mike Evans' quarterback at college?
Yes, he was.
That's what I thought.
He was also Johnny Manziel's wide receiver in college.
I knew that.
Yes.
Yeah.
But yeah, good for the Titans. Listen, they can do some damage. I feel bad for Patrick Mahomes because damn, that defense needs to step the hell up. But very shocking upsets this week.
Yeah.
Very shocking. But yeah, that's about it for our Steelers over Rams. Minka Fitzpatrick might be the defensive player of the year. He's been playing absolutely phenomenal. Yeah. NFL put out a stat on Instagram. It was like 5 interceptions, 2 forced fumbles, 2 fumble recoveries, 2 forced fumbles, and then like ridiculous stats for Minka Fitzpatrick since he's been
7 games.
In 7 games with the Steelers. Ridiculous. Because the Dolphins were playing him out of position. They were using him as a nickel corner and a strong safety, when really in college he was a free safety. And Nick Saban, you're being played out of position when you're not really having much of an effect. He was playing well down in Miami, but Nick Saban came out and said he was the most talented player he's ever coached on the defensive side. That player should be a first-team All-Pro every year in the NFL. When Nick Saban says that, Nick Saban gives you that kind of praise. Same with Dabo Swinney called Deshaun Watson Michael Jordan, and now we're seeing it. Minka Fitzpatrick is this talented, and the Steelers and Mike Tomlin might be coach of the year. He's a coach of the year candidate with how he's doing with this team. Because this team should be a 2-4. This team should be a 4-12 team, and they're above 500 right now. They're 5-4. They're second in the division. They got Mason Rudolph playing well. So listen, props to Coach Tomlin up there in Pittsburgh, doing a great job with that team. When most people thought it was a lost season for Pittsburgh, now they're in the playoff hunt. Good for Pittsburgh, good for Minka. That's really Seahawks Niners. Can't not talk about that. What a game! This alleviated everything I was feeling over the weekend with the Penn State Minnesota game. Russell Wilson did not have his best show.
May I add that you should not have won the game, and that the only reason you won said game, was because of a kicker that had never kicked in the NFL before, I believe.
Thank you, Matt. But yes, he has kicked in the NFL. Thank you very much. He actually made the game-tying field goal to force it into overtime from that same distance. So you can't even say the kicker choked.
Yes, I can. He choked.
You know who choked? Jimmy Garoppolo. Because Russell Wilson threw a very rare pick in the red zone, and they returned it and had great field position.
Russell Wilson throwing a pick on the 2-yard line? I have never seen that before.
They weren't on the 2-yard line.
Where was the ball picked?
The ball was picked on the 2-yard line.
Exactly.
All right? First of all, it was a very good throw. All right. Could have been a little higher. Very good pick. All right. It was a very acrobatic pick. All right. He jumped up, it fully extended and got it and ran it back to very good field position, in which Jimmy Garoppolo did nothing with that field position, went 3 and out, had to rely on your rookie kicker who's bounced around the league all year to end the game for you. And it was not a gimme field goal. It was a 47-yard field goal, which is not a gimme in the NFL. Yeah. So it's not like it was a 20-yarder that he shanked. By the way, he shanked that field goal. Shanked it. It didn't just miss. So the Seahawks did not just lose the game. They very much won the game. Because that kick went back to Seattle. That's where that kick went. It was so far left. So far left. It wasn't even in the stadium. Okay? It was so far left. It was Nancy Pelosi. Okay? That's how far left it was. It was AOC. Okay? Not to get political.
You just got political.
Sorry.
Like you can't say, oh, I don't mean to get political, and then just go political.
I couldn't help myself. Anyway, but yeah, very exciting game. One of the best Monday Night Football games I've ever seen. Seahawks pulled it out.
Wait, was the Rams Chiefs game a Thursday night or a Monday night?
That was a Monday Night Football. That's why I said one of the best, because that is up there with that is the best game I'll ever see in my life. I am convinced.
Yeah. Not the greatest game of all time, though.
Not the best game I'll ever see in my life, in my opinion, because that was just back and forth.
Yeah.
But yeah, great game. Defensive, just such a defensive game. Jadeveon Clowney is a monster. I cannot be happier with that trade that we made up at the beginning of the year. I was hyped then. I'm even more hyped now. Jadeveon Clowney is a monster on that defense. And listen, I'm going to say what I've said every year since we won the Super Bowl. This team feels different, okay? This team feels different. No, but they do. All right, we're 8-2 now. All we need to do is beat the Niners week 17, and then we win the division. We probably get a first-round bye. And listen, we can do some damage, all right? Russell Wilson's playing the best football of his career, all right? Chris Carson, Rashad Penny, dynamic duo in that backfield. Tyler Lockett, DK Metcalf, Josh Gordon makes some clutch catches in that game. Jacob Hollister, our third-string tight end, is making plays. He had a one-handed catch in the end zone for Russell Wilson's sole touchdown of the game, which was unbelievable, by the way. Unbelievable by Russell Wilson.
I would just like to. I remember like last week when you said a certain team felt special or felt different, and how they were going to go on to do great things, and how did that turn out for you?
Okay, but it's different in the NFL.
Okay, it's different.
Okay, it's different in the NFL. Listen, when it's an 18 playoff, we're not going to be worrying about these losses. Okay?
You're right. Well, yeah, because now you're 9th.
Because in the NFL, one loss doesn't kill you.
You're right.
That's why I'm not worried about Kentucky. Because in college basketball, one loss doesn't kill you either.
Absolutely not.
Yeah. Given most good teams in college basketball have like 6 or 7 losses, so that's not great that one of them is going to be Evansville. For Kentucky, but no, yeah. Going back to the NFL after I just
I went off topic there.
Diversified to all sports there. But no, great game. Russell Wilson did not have his best game, but he was just taking we did not have our backups. We had our backup center in, third string tight end, and Tyler Lockett was injured in that game, so he was doing with what he may. He was getting pressured all game. He had no room in the pocket. He won this game for us. When it was time, he drove down the field. All right. By the way, 49ers, what are you doing giving Russell Wilson that much green grass? What are you doing? Did you forget he can run? Like, is this news to you that he's a mobile quarterback? They gave him 20 yards of green grass to run in that last game-winning drive. Like, what are you doing, Kyle Shanahan? And I loved seeing that defensive coordinator just silent Robert Saleh.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he was pissing me off all game. When he's not playing us, though, I love him because he's so hyped up. But when he is playing us, he can go F himself. He can go fleck himself. That's what he can do.
He can go fleck himself?
He can go fleck himself. All right. But yeah, that's really it. Pretty eventful week in football in terms of NFL and college football. A lot of surprising things happened. We're not going to go on the main one that surprised me. All right. But we're going to go. Matt, do you know what time it is?
Well, considering it's not time to do the picks and we haven't done second take yet,
why you gotta suck the energy out of this podcast?
If anything, I brought life to this podcast.
Oh my god, it is second take time, baby. All right, for second take this week, we are going to be doing what one loss team has the best chance of making the college football playoff. Now, When we say one loss, you are not allowed to pick a no-loss team and project them to have one loss. You are, however, allowed to pick a loss team and project them to 2 losses. So, Matt, why don't you give us your pick for this?
They're sitting comfortably at the 25. I got to go App State. I mean, the way they're just – okay. I think it's Alabama, and I think it's crazy for you to not say Alabama because I know you're not saying Alabama. I mean, they're better than most teams, and by most teams, I mean everyone besides Ohio State and LSU. Like, they are arguably the 3rd best team in the country. Who's better? Give me names.
Penn State.
Absolutely not.
Minnesota.
Have a shot.
Yeah.
But
I'll tell you who's better. Auburn. Auburn's better because Auburn's gonna whoop their ass in a couple weeks.
Yeah, we know.
Yeah.
Just like how Minnesota had no chance to beat Penn State, right?
Shut up. Yeah. Shut up.
It's not going away. I hope you know that.
I know. I'm very aware. I knew that the second you put on that hat in the fight song.
Yeah. Well, Alabama's going to beat Auburn in the last week, and they're just going to jump Georgia for the 4th spot right there.
Listen, I think, yeah.
And I don't think an Oregon winning the Pac-12 championship would jump them.
I think they would.
I mean, I don't think they have the skill. Certainly Utah would not jump them going from like 8 to 4. That would not happen.
Utah, absolutely not.
I also think it depends on what happens with other things. Like, if Clemson was to lose, then Alabama and Oregon, I would say, make the playoff.
Yes.
But I don't, it's tough because I would rather Oregon be in the playoff. But I think the committee knows that if Oregon was to play Alabama would come up on top, especially with Auburn beating Oregon and Alabama beating Auburn.
You're just going to say Alabama's going to beat Auburn now?
Yeah, they're going to beat Auburn. You could give me that gopher look all you want, the surprise gopher that they were playing on the Megatron. Yo, did you hear them play the Lion Sleeps Tonight when they won?
I shut the game off.
That was awesome.
As soon as the interception happened, that game was off of my TV.
And then I called you.
Yes.
Did you see that I called you?
Yes, I did. I was not answering any texts or calls from anybody. Yeah. But anyway, listen, you're wrong, and here's why.
I was wrong when I picked said Minnesota could win too, didn't I?
You were jokingly picked Minnesota.
I don't know.
The game.
I fear the Gopher.
Okay, shut up. All right. Anyway, I'm gonna go. I had to contain myself from picking Penn State here.
If you would have picked Penn State, I would have shut off my camera and left. Like, okay. I would have left.
Listen, I think Oregon pretty much is going to end up getting this spot in the playoff because we can all agree there's going to be a one-loss team in the playoff. Like it's going to happen because Baylor. Stop. Baylor's not getting in. Minnesota's not getting in. So stop. So anyway, Oregon, they do have that first game loss to Auburn, which is looking better and better now. And the reason I do not have Alabama in is because I have Auburn beating them in the Iron Bowl during rivalry week for the last week of college football, which would make Oregon's loss to Auburn look even better. Okay?
Oh, if Auburn beats Alabama, then obviously it's going to be Oregon.
Yes. And Joel Klatt has been saying this. There has never been a team in the college football playoff era to go 10-0 in their division and win their conference championship. So Oregon has the chance to do that because I do think they're going to beat Utah in the conference championship.
Yeah,
and I do think Oregon's going to win the Pac-12 because they have an insane defense. Justin Herbert's been playing better every game, and they have a great offensive line. Juwan Johnson, who transferred from Penn State, is somehow making catches there now, even though he dropped everything here.
Because he has a good quarterback now. That's really all it comes down to.
Anyway, yeah, Oregon I think is a shoo-in for the playoff here. I just don't see. I think Alabama for the first time in the college football playoff era is going to be a 2-loss team. I think it's going to happen. I think this is the year to do it. They're not going to win the conference championship game.
Hey, I would not be upset if they were a 2-loss team.
No, and the committee would not know what to do with themselves because it's been the Alabama Invitational for the last.
And that's another reason why I
So,
think Alabama has a better shot is because they have, which I don't agree with this, but they have the past year resume.
Yeah.
And I don't like
True.
how they look into the prior years and determine that for the future. Because, Clemson's their reigning national champions. So what? Anyone in the top 10 could be Clemson.
Yeah, exactly. And it's about this
Even
year.
Penn State could be Clemson. How
Penn
about
State
that?
could be Clemson. Penn State could definitely be Clemson.
I just said that.
Yeah. UNC almost beat Clemson. North Carolina.
Exactly.
Not the basketball team. The Tar Heels. Football. Mitchell Trubisky. That team almost beat Clemson.
I'm aware.
Oh, my God.
Oh, my gosh. Oh, here we go.
Shut up. Anyway, yeah. Oregon, I think, is going to be the one-loss team to do this. Alabama, I'm projecting, has 2 losses, and I think this is going to be the greatest year of college football playoff ever because everybody in the nation is going to be happy that Alabama is not in. Nick Saban.
I'm going to be happy that there's going to be 2 Big Ten teams in there. Minnesota at the 1 seed, Ohio State at the 4 seed. You know.
This is coming from the man that projected Wisconsin to be the 1 seed as they go and lose to
Illinois. Oh, shoot. Minnesota will not make the playoff.
Oh, because they're going to lose to Wisconsin?
No, because now Minnesota will make the playoff. If I have Minnesota project to make the playoff, they won't make the playoff. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. So they're not going to make the playoff. So now they will make the playoff.
Of course. Yeah. Anyway.
Okay. Just so you know, on the extremely 0.001% chance, not only that they go to the playoff, but they win the championship, it's never coming off.
Yeah. Penn State has a better chance of making the playoff than Minnesota does of winning the national championship.
I'm going to say no because they're going to lose to Ohio State.
Oh, my God. Okay. Listen, don't say it till it happens. I thought Minnesota was going to lose to us. I mean,
hey, remember every week how you said, hey, keep doubting us. Yeah, this is why I doubted you.
That's why I didn't want.
You did that to yourself.
I feel like Hawkeye and Avengers Endgame. Just don't do that, James Franklin. Don't give me hope. Don't give me hope here. Okay? I mean, and that's what he did. That's what I bought into this team. I knew I shouldn't because I knew this could happen at any moment. I bought into this team.
When you're a fan of teams like Michigan State long enough, you know never to buy in.
It's my mistake. And now Penn State is going to get the Citrus Bowl once again. And it's going to suck.
Citrus? You mean the Outback?
Just give me this. I just want the Citrus Bowl. All right, Citrus Bowl is better than the Outback Bowl.
Is it?
Yeah. Citrus Bowl is like, in my opinion, like the next bowl out of the New Year's Six.
I don't think so. I would say Outback Bowl is better.
Yeah.
Well, if you're the 3rd best team in the Big Ten, you get the Well, that's not true because Michigan State, when they went to the Holiday Bowl, had a better record and beat Michigan that year, but Michigan got the better bowl, and then they got clapped by South Carolina again.
We were the 3rd best team in the Big Ten last year, and we went to the Citrus Bowl.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Oh no, we had 3 losses.
Yeah.
Okay, never mind. But yeah. Yeah. So you got Alabama. I got Oregon. Alabama 2-loss team, not making the playoff. Called it here. You heard it here first. I'm not going to say write it down because every time you write something down, it's false. All right.
Chase Young wins the Heisman.
All right, shut up.
Yeah.
All right. Well, he could have a 10-sack game against us and won the Heisman.
I'm thinking 11.
Oh, you think 11? Okay. You want to write that down?
Why would I waste my number 2 pencil?
Okay. So moving on.
Are we going to picks? Going to picks? I have a 5-game lead on young Jacob over here, who's actually... Are you older than me? Are you a 99er?
I am not a 99er.
Then I am older. So yes, young Jacob is in a 5-game deficit. 89 wins to 84 wins.
I apologize to all my fans out there.
What fans?
I did pick the Browns. I picked that game different. Matt picked the Bills.
You picked the Browns. You picked
the Lions.
You picked the Cardinals. You picked the Cowboys. You picked the 49ers.
What were our records this week, though?
Oh, my gosh. You were horrible. You
couldn't have been much better.
You went 4-9.
Jesus Christ.
I went 7-6.
Which is not much better.
Better than 4-9.
All right. Listen, let's just get to it. I need to pick. I want to pick 6 games better.
You're gonna pick 6
games differently.
You're gonna pick 6 different games.
I gotta pick 6 games different. Yeah, I have to, or I'm just gonna make the smart decision and just pick the games I think the teams actually think are gonna win. I don't know. We'll see.
That's a bold strategy because that could put me up by 11.
Shut up. All right. Let's go. All right. Thursday night, Steelers at Browns. I did not think that the Steelers would have a better record than the Browns at this point. I don't think anybody did. But nonetheless, it's going to be a really good game, and I'm actually going to tune in.
Who's home?
The Browns are at home.
Does not matter. Steelers won.
You're picking the Steelers. I'm going to go with the Browns. So here we go.
You need 6 games.
Yes, but I actually do think the Browns are going to win this game.
I don't think the Browns are capable of winning 2 games in a row, not going to lie.
Now, the only thing that scares me is Minka. And that Steelers defense is the only thing that scares me in this game. But I don't think Mason Rudolph can keep up with the Browns offense. And especially
because the Browns have an offense.
Browns do have an offense, and they proved that last week. Against, frankly, one of the best defenses in the NFL, because the Bills are one of the best defenses in the NFL. But yeah, Baker looked good. Maybe he's out of that slump that he's been in all year. But he did look good. He looked like the Baker Mayfield from last year. Freddie Kitchens was making ridiculous play calls. Kareem Hunt looks like he's completely transformed that offense. Nick Chubb looked good. Jarvis looked great. Odell got his Odell 8. You know, like.
Do you think Odell's gonna get traded?
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Trade him.
But yeah,
trade him to the Vikings.
No. No. Yeah, you guys have Adam Thielen and Stephon Diggs. Shut up. Like you don't need him.
We got like
you don't need
Johnson
him
or whatever his name is.
God. BB. Chad
exactly.
BB. Oh my God. All right. Moving on. Yes, I do think the Browns are gonna win this game. I'm gonna call it 20 to 14.
Want me to write it down?
You can write that down. I'll write that down.
20 to 14. Wouldn't it be great if it was 2014 the other way?
That'd be.
I would give you props for that.
Yeah. All right. Cowboys versus Lions. Who do you have, Matthias?
What is my one rule?
Don't pick against the Lions.
You don't pick the Lions.
Oh, but they're playing the Cowboys.
Unfortunately, I have to pick the Cowboys.
All right, Matt is going with the Cowgirls. I'm really scared about this one. Matt Stafford is out, I believe.
If that's, I wouldn't be surprised, but if he is out, your decision should be rather simple, I think.
Yes, I'm going to go with the Cowboys in this one. Also, just because I made the mistake of picking the Lions last week, and they had Jeff Driscoll at quarterback, and I did not change it before the game because I'm stupid.
Yes,
the Bears ended up winning against the Lions, so I have no faith in my sneaky playoff team. They're no longer my sneaky playoff team because they're not going to make the playoffs. They're a year or two out.
The world now has peace.
Yeah.
You admitted that you were stupid for that.
Okay. What was your team that you had in the playoffs that I yelled at you for?
I don't know. I'm going back to look at it.
Oh, you had the Giants in the playoffs.
No, I had the Cowboys. I switched it.
Yeah, but you did have the Giants.
Because at that point, Daniel Jones was going to go 16-0. So
you just got beat.
It was really
played well, but he got beat by the Jets this week.
It was really don't remind me. It was really because I just couldn't pick the Cowboys. Like I really couldn't pick the Cowboys. But yeah. I mean, other than that, the teams that I picked, nothing was really surprising at that point in the season. But at this point, it's kind of bad.
All right.
Oh my gosh.
Oof. Nick Foles is back, and he is back with a vengeance. Minshew Mania is over. I apologize to NFL fans out there. But yeah, Nick Foles against Brian Hoyer is going to be a riveting game. Matthew, who you got?
Is Brissett out?
I am pretty sure Brissett is out. Change. Brissett is not out.
He's not out?
Let me just go to the full injury report here. Just keep talking.
Well, because my pick is going to depend on Jacoby Brissett, I think. It's saying on ESPN Fantasy he's healthy.
Yes, he is healthy.
I'm going to pick the Colts.
Okay. I'm going with the Jaguars. Nick Foles looked really good in that first game, not just because I need wins, but just because Nick Foles looked really good in that first game against Kansas City.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, he didn't get to play a lot, but he looked really good in that first couple of series that he did get to play. So yeah, I'm gonna go with Nick Foles in this one. I think he's just I think he's better than Jacoby Brissett, honestly, and I think they have a better defense. So
I mean, one of them has a ring, so
true, very true. Brissett does have a ring, Matt. Just so you know.
Oh my gosh, he does.
Yeah.
One of them earned a ring.
What an NFL fan you are. Wow. Wow. Okay. Moving on. Battle in the AFC East. Bills at Dolphins. The streaking Dolphins. The
Not gonna lie.
two-win Dolphins.
All right, here's the thing. I really want to say Dolphins, but I already wrote I already wrote Bills, and I can't switch it because I know my luck.
Erase
No,
it.
I'm not. I'm picking the Bills.
All right, I'm going to go with the Bills, too. I just don't see them losing to the Dolphins at this one. It's as simple as that. We've diverted from just skipping past the Dolphins game every week and just saying whoever they were playing against. Because now they're actually somewhat...
Winning.
Yeah, which is ridiculous. So, yeah. All right. Both of us had the Bills in that one. So far we have 2 games different. Moving on. Broncos at Vikings. Kirk Cousins. How's he going to do?
Kirk Cousins is going to win. He's going to win.
He's going to win. Is that it? He's just going to win?
Well, I think him and Dalvin Cook are going to light it up, to be honest. I don't know. Their defense kind of scares me.
This feels like a trap game to me.
I don't think it's a trap game. I wouldn't call this a trap game. I'd call going into the University of Minnesota a trap game. But I wouldn't call this one a trap game.
Listen to who's Andrew Sandeo was back with the Vikings?
Yeah.
He was on the Eagles earlier this year. Okay.
Yep.
Listen to who they're missing. Linval Joseph, starting D tackle. Trey Waynes, starting slot corner. Adam Thielen, star wide receiver.
They were all out the last game against the Cowboys.
Denver had a bye week. I feel like this is a trap game.
So pick the Broncos.
I'm gonna go with the Vikings.
That's right, you are.
Yeah. The Vikings just look really, really good. Kirk Cousins looks good. The defense looks pretty good. Dalvin Cook looks unbelievable.
Yeah.
I just can't. I'm not gonna. On another week, if I wasn't down by so much, I definitely would have gone with the Broncos. But
you can't be stupid at this point either.
I can't be stupid. I got to make intellectual decisions.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, one of these teams got to win this week against a bad team, and it was not the Saints. Saints at Buccaneers.
I don't get the Buccaneers.
They're weird. They're weird, man. They're
I'm gonna
the
go
most
with the Saints.
consistent team.
I don't. The Saints are going to come back with a vengeance. I don't think Kamara's going to rush for many yards because the Buccaneers' rushing defense is good. They held McCaffrey to 53 total yards that 1 week. So you would know. So I'm going to go with the Saints.
I'm going to agree with you on this one just because.
Oh, you're not eating dubs?
I'm not eating dubs. James. Okay. Just because, listen, the Bucs barely beat the Cardinals. Beat the Cardinals last week.
I was scared.
Yeah, I think the Saints got humbled. Like they weren't going to roll to the NFC Championship game. They realize that now, and I think Sean Payton puts together a very good game plan, and I think they won this game pretty convincingly. So I'm gonna go with the Saints also. All right, moving on. Wow, talk about the toilet bowl of the week. Jets at Redskins. Those Jets coming off
starting Haskins, right?
Yeah, coming off a win against Danny Dimes.
Jets all the way.
Really?
Haskins, what a joke.
Washington is favored by 1.5.
How?
I don't know. But I'm gonna.
The Jets didn't look that bad last week.
No, I'm gonna go with the Jets in this one too.
Yeah.
Just because Dwayne Haskins, I said this before the draft, Matt. You heard me. I have no faith in Dwayne Haskins. I don't think he's the real deal. And
obviously he's not.
He's not. He's honestly not looking like it.
Would you be surprised if
Given he was a true junior, he came out as a true junior, so he's still young, he's still raw, he's thrust into a terrible situation. So maybe maybe give
Here's
him a couple
something that
years.
might be interesting.
What?
The Redskins trade Dwayne Haskins and draft Tua.
Could be.
Could be.
Could be.
Because, obviously they don't need Dwayne Haskins.
No,
So, and I'm sure teams would take him.
No, they would. Yeah, teams took Josh Rosen.
Yeah. There are definitely teams that would be willing to take him.
Moving on. Yeah. All right, let's move on here. Falcons at Panthers.
Panthers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Panthers. Falcons look pretty good.
No. Panthers.
Let me see here. I just got to do some research really quick.
You research.
Yeah, I'm going to go with the Panthers.
Yeah,
just because I think it was a 1 week wonder with the Falcons.
Exactly.
So yeah, I'm gonna go with Panthers in this one.
And when you think that the Panthers very well could have and maybe should have beaten the Packers last week. I didn't watch the game. I didn't see the call, but apparently there was a very controversial call with McCaffrey, in which they think he scored, but they ruled that he didn't. And I
don't care. I won. But hot take, I think Cam Newton has played his last game for the Carolina Panthers.
I think that's a cold take.
Yeah. Kyle Allen's been playing, has his team rolling.
It kind of seems like Cam's going to the Bears.
It seems that way. It honestly seems that way.
I mean, Trubisky is certainly not as good as Cam.
True. Yeah. I can see the Broncos picking it up. Maybe.
They just drafted Drew Lock.
Drew Lock isn't even the backup quarterback though.
Yeah, but that's because he's like on that IR thing. I know that once they did plan on playing him the rest of the year at some point. I do remember seeing that, but I don't know.
All right. Well, both got the Panthers in that one. We'll see how that plays out. All right,
actually, he practiced yesterday. Drew Lock practiced yesterday.
Really?
Yeah. So they may play him the rest of the year.
Maybe. Ryan Finley is playing for the Bengals, so you never know.
Yeah.
Texans at Ravens. I think this is probably going to be the game of the week.
Probably, but I said it last week. I'm going to say it again this week. The Ravens are the best team in football, I think.
All right.
Which is weird.
It's not weird.
Yeah, but you're going to tell me that when they drafted Lamar Jackson, I was going to say in 2 seasons that they're the best team in football.
They're not the best team in football. I still think New England is the best team in football.
They clapped New Orleans.
New England?
Yeah, that team too.
Yeah. All right. I'm going to go with the Texans.
I'm
going to go with the Texans. Yeah. That, and I honestly think the Texans can win this game.
I think the Texans can win this game. I think the Texans can win this game too. I just don't think they're going to.
No, because I think it's going to be a shootout. And Lamar Jackson, yes, he's very good. He is not the caliber of quarterback that Deshaun Watson is.
The spin move heard around the world, though.
No. The spin move heard around the world was Braxton Miller in college against Virginia Tech. That was a spin move heard around the world. Right. Yeah. Right. But yeah, I'm going to go with the Texans this one. I think Deshaun Watson pulls out. I think it comes down the wire. Deshaun Watson game-winning drive to win the game.
Can you scramble that touchdown in, though? Because I could use that.
I'm gonna write that down. Deshaun Watson game-winning drive. Because I'm calling that.
I want it to be a shootout. I need Deshaun Watson to have 10 touchdowns.
True. All right. No, but that's going to be a really good game. I don't know why it's in the 1 o'clock window, though. Hoping that could be in prime time. Moving on. All right. Cardinals at 49ers. First 4 o'clock game.
49ers. We could skip this one.
Okay. Sure. 49ers didn't look all that good.
What do you mean they didn't look all that good? So, they didn't look all that good. Why didn't they look all that good?
I don't know. Jimmy Garoppolo is not. I don't think Jimmy Garoppolo is their answer at quarterback. I think he proved that this week.
So, are you saying the Seahawks are the equivalent to the Cardinals? Can I write that down?
No, that's not what I'm saying. Jesus.
It sounds like that's what you're saying.
Oh, my God. I'm saying the Cardinals could potentially beat them.
I don't think they can.
Am I going to say they're going to beat them? No. Because I'm not stupid. So I'm going to go with the 49ers in this one because I really need wins.
Yeah.
All right, moving on. Bengals at Raiders. Can we just have an agreement here that the Raiders are going to win this game?
Yeah, Josh Jacobs looks really good.
Josh Jacobs does look really good. Derek Carr looks really good. Derek Carr, in my opinion, is having his best year of his career, even better than that MVP season he had.
Yeah, I agree.
So we're going to go Raiders in that one. All right, next game. This could be a pretty good game. Patriots at Eagles.
I'm gonna pick the Patriots, but I wouldn't be surprised if the Eagles won.
Really?
Yeah.
My gut is telling me Patriots. Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Patriots in this one.
Yeah, it just seems
Just
like
because,
yeah.
this is the first time they play the Eagles since they lost them in the Super Bowl, and I think they're gonna be juiced up for this one. So I'm gonna go with the Patriots. All right, Sunday Night Football. Bears at Rams, which seem to be a much better matchup than it's gonna be right now.
Yeah, I mean, I just don't trust Trubisky to win a game
He won last week.
against what was that quarterback's name?
Jeff Driscoll.
I'm gonna take the Rams.
Okay. I am also going to take the Rams. Actually,
You need wins. You need differences.
because who did the Rams played the exact situation last week? Good defense, bad quarterback, and they lost.
Who'd they lose to?
It's Steelers. I'm gonna go with the Bears.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with the Bears in this one. I'm probably gonna be regretting that, but I'm gonna go with the Bears.
Okay.
Mitchell Trubisky.
I would argue though that Mason Rudolph is better than Mitchell Trubisky.
I would not say that argument is correct. Moving on to Monday Night Football, Chiefs at Chargers. Good Chiefs.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm also gonna go with the Chiefs in this one. Chargers looked like absolute trash against the Raiders on Thursday Night Football last week.
Yeah.
They just did not look good. They did not look good.
Yeah.
All right, so it seems
I'm going to interrupt you for a second. I would like to
go
point out the Dolphins are only 3 games behind in the playoff race. Just saying.
so sad. Why are they only 3 games behind?
Because the wild card team is 5-4 and they're 2-7.
True.
Yeah.
True.
Therefore, by math.
All right, so it looks like this week, I do not have those 6 wins that I need.
Yep.
So,
I will still be in first place next week.
Yes, you will be. We are differing on 4 games, and I feel very confident about those 4 games. So I'm going to the smart decisions here.
Okay.
So let's see how it turns out. But yeah, that's it for this week. Hopefully Penn State's playoff hopes are still alive after this week, but who knows at this point? I don't even know. I'm so done. But yeah, that's it for this week. So remember to like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you guys next week.
Skyuma.